in a little bit out of schedule. Not that I've really got a schedule for these things yet, but exciting things are afoot. If you were joining me on my last stream, I put 4 trades on last night. We can verify that. That's easy to verify. How many trades did we have on last night? Let's jump into Chart Reporter. Let's go to our sessions and look at Stream 5 Monday. Yes, four trades. And so far, they've all lost. We had down $1,200 on last night's trades. But the good news is one of the trades is still open. So we have this USD JPY still pending the result. We have not closed out our last trade. And that is very good news because it's doing rather well. Here we are. It is currently sitting at $12.79 plus a decent swap fee of $24. So if I close this right now, I would break even on yesterday's stream. But we're going to go for the TP target. It's set for $1,500 odd, so we'll be then net 300 positive for last night's session should we hit our full TP. So that's what we're going to aim for. Get that full RRR of 3.29 that we are aiming for there on USD JPY. So you can see we entered it there. Now, why would you enter randomly in the middle of nowhere there according to your previous day high and lows, Dave? That's because that was not actually the previous day high and low yesterday. If I go and look at my mission evidence, you can see yesterday when we entered that trade, that was above the previous day high. So it came down, it tested, it retested, and then we entered. And now it turns out, as you can see on the chart, it then kind of went sideways for pretty much the rest of the day and then started going up towards the end of the New York session, came back down. And then this morning, as the Asia session has opened, we've just had a nice steady uptrend. The Heikin Ashi candles are why they are all one color. If we looked at the real candles, they would be a variety of greens and reds. But we entered on a Heikin Ashi signal, so we've left the Heikin Ashi candles on there. That's why we tagged this one as PDHL bounce and Heikin Ashi, because we were bouncing off the previous day high, PDH, and I used Heikin Ashi and breakout because it wasn't reverting and it was on the M15. So tracking all the stats there on that one, none of the others went particularly well. They all crashed out pretty quickly. And look, they were long shots. Look at that, RR10, RR14. I definitely was just shooting for the moon a little bit with some of those, and they reverted and did not go my way. But this USD JPY one is looking pretty tasty. We'll zoom in a little bit, make it bigger. That's there. And so the reason we put the take profit there, of course, is because that matched over here on the left before it had this big sort of falling dagger. This was an area where it sort of bounced around a little bit. So I thought that looked like a bit of a point of support and resistance. You can see a few candles touched on and then touched on again there. So I'm thinking that is a point that it should be aiming to get back to, which would give me a profit of $15.19 plus the $24.80 swap fee. So that one is pretty exciting. Yeah, that was one of the other ones last night. I thought it was going down and it did a little bit and then bang, knocked me out. This one, I thought it was going up and it didn't. It just went down straight away. And that's from a few days ago. Where's the oil one that really didn't do what I wanted it to? Yeah, that one. It did go up a little bit and then fell down again. So not optimal, but if we can at least break even with a little bit of change from one of the trades, then all is not lost. But it's great knowing I can track that. I can see. Otherwise, you go, it's roughly that much and this much, and you just kind of roughly do the maths in your head, and you lose track. That is the value of journaling. That is the value of using a tool like Chart Reporter. Not like Chart Reporter, Chart Reporter. There's nothing else out there quite like Chart Reporter. So I thought for a quick afternoon stream while that USD JPY deal sorts itself out, I would do some actual real M1 scalping. Highly fraught with peril. Do not recommend. This is not financial advice. There's a disclaimer. Trading carries inherent risk. And do not do this without seeking proper advice. This is not proper advice. This is entertainment and promotion for the Chart Report app, which may, if used accurately and well, be able to help you improve your own performance, but there are no performance guarantees embedded with Chart Reporter. What is Chart Reporter? You've seen a little bit of what it is. Let's see it live in action. How am I promoting and promising this sort of real-time journaling and monitoring? Well, here on any chart, doesn't matter which chart, but I have my Chart Reporter EA loaded. That is now listening to everything that happens inside this MetaTrader trading terminal. And when I place trades, it pushes them into that execution feed that you can see there in the top right of the stream panel there. So let's find one with a very low spread. Euro USD looks pretty good for that. Let's put regular candles on this thing. If I'm scalping and go to M1. All right. So it's definitely going down. So what we're going to do is work out where it's near the peak and then go down. And I'm going to use my trade projector tool for this one just to calculate my risk. Now we're kind of almost this is ranging in this little tiny box here, which we can make look like a really big box. And so I just want to get an idea if we risk, say, that much, so it's 1 to 1, and let's say we're risking 0.1 of our account, that's 8 lots. So that's sort of $100 either way. But look, that target is only 79. It's not even 100. So I don't want to enter this as this is a bad place to scalp because it's down too close to my target. I would want it to move back up a bit more like that. Where we're now 76 at risk for 100 gain. These scalps are going to be very much 1 to 1. We're not going to get high RRR off these at all. Really what we're hoping for is that you'd get one of these big drops all of a sudden, like building, 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 drop. That's what you would want. Oh, it's building back up. It's dropping back down. There we go. I can't sell directly using this tool because we're doing a challenge using Alpha Capital Group and they block all EAs. When they say they block all EAs, they block you from executing with EAs. They don't stop EAs running on your chart. It's on your computer, on your terminal. You can run the EAs. That's why Chart Reporter still works. But they won't let you submit orders using an EA. That is their proviso. So if we're going to do this is something about 8 lots for 0.1% risk, 8 or 9 lots. So we'll leave it on 8. And when what I need to check is the slippage. I need both the buy and the sell line on here because that's going to kill me, isn't it? Let's just show the ask line. Let's show, as long as these lines are tracking close together, we'll be okay. But if these lines are too separate, then there's no chance. That's why I went for Euro USD because it's got the smallest spread of everything. So really when it comes up to about this 117,565, that's where we're going to put the sell order in, not down here. Is it gonna give me a chance? Am I going to see it spike? Will I be able to execute fast enough? Scalping is a whole different world. It's a scary, scary world. It's a stressful world. It is general. Oh, there we go. Oh, sell. Sell. Oh, we got in. We got our sell in. Phew. Now it's going higher. So we said we were going to risk, about 100. So I can bring that up to there. 1-to-1. And our take profit is going to be there. 119, 111. All right, we're about 1-for-1 on that. And you see in the top right corner there, it has popped up Euro USD. That's where we log. That's Chart Reporter. So let me jump over to that. And we will say this is M1 scalping. Oh, should have started the session. You have to rewind that. When I close out the session, I can change the start time because I forgot to activate that we're doing a trading session. That's how I could track last night's trades and accurately see what we did last night. This is streaming. I like to track trades I do on stream. M1. And that's pretty much all we need to capture. The app's going to capture all the other details. So I'm keeping the amounts pretty small here, $100 either way, because, it's a bit risky. And this is one of these ones that we're up $25. If I'd bet 10 times that amount, there'd be $250. Bang. Maybe that's the trick. But, it flies away from you very quickly, and all of a sudden you are thousands in stop loss. You're like, no. But you really can, to a certain extent, nickel and dime these things. You can just go, yep, clip $15, clip $15, clip $15, lose 30, clip $15. It's a hard way to make money. But it can be effective. Not for the faint of heart. All right, let's look at the next one. While that one scalps away. This is also on a heavy downward trend, so I'd probably only want to do sell scalps on this. Do that. Again, because we're scalping, we're not going for the big target. We're going very tight targets. Very tight. Very much 1-for-1 kind of stylings. Again, 0.1%. That's about 6 lots on this guy. So when it comes up higher, then we will try and sell 6 lots. Again, I should have the ask price on as my default, shouldn't I? Just so I can live see this. But yeah, that's pretty good. USD JPY is up to 1,300. That's nice. All right, come on, bounce up, bounce up. I could put a limit order in, I suppose. All right, we're gonna sell there and put my stop loss in and put my take profit in. And then we can turn the fill off. Turn the lines off altogether. What will happen? No one knows. I will probably lose them all. Before we do, M1, scalping, M1, streaming, Not financial advice. Do not copy these trades. This is just a bit of Tuesday afternoon fun. Just showing how quick and that one. We lost it. GBP smacked me out. It's gonna happen. That's what happens when you do such tight 1.5 pips. Like no margin. Very tight scalping. Not for the faint of heart. Not recommended. Where is GBP USD generally speaking compared to? Yeah, it's still way off the line, but it looks like it's going down. It looks like it's heading down to test the previous day low. And if we look at the H1, it's just hitting this point here of supply and resistance. Supply and resistance, supply and demand, support and resistance. If you can break through this mark here, then it's likely to go all the way down. So my trade projector tool, it just shows you lets you do your trade planning around the current price. So I can't sort of, at this point with the tool, move the buy price and think about what if it's down here? That might be a feature worth adding for doing planning and putting in limit orders. For now, though, it's just a real-time trade planning tool. Where if I was looking at, it busted me out. We lost that one too. The M1 scalping, hard fail. 2 for 2, out. Not a winner. Good to know. Good to know. Let's be a little bit more reasonable. I was just trying to get some quick wins in there. Often I do these trades and then it's the next day before they close. Because it's not that I'm trying to do swing trades, it's just I go for RRR targets and they don't always hit straight away. I'm only doing streams for half an hour. Can't watch them forever. Let's just jam through a few different currency pairs and see what's going on. See if there's any obvious action. Going on near previous support. See, this is through the middle. Can't touch that. Has anything had a big spike? It has, but it's already reverted. There's your head and shoulders, whatever people call it. Nah, nothing going on. What if we go a bit more macro? M15. M1's pretty granular. So if we look at the M15, this one's been bouncing around the previous day high, NZD CAD. It's been on a general uptrend, but now it's just kind of ranging around there. Oh, come on, USD JPY. You got this. You got this. All right, I promised scalping, didn't I? Let's try some more scalping. Let's go back to Euro USD. Let's go back to silly scalping. Oh, see, it's really come up now. Let's turn the lines back on. Let's do that. I mean, really, if I was looking at this a bit more objectively than just trying to do silly scalps, I would probably draw a box like that across it. Let's maybe change the color of the box to yellow, light goldenrod. And then we can see it sort of came into the box there, hit the top of the box, hit the bottom of the box, went through the middle. It's been trying to break out of the bottom of the box. It's still just here in the middle of the box. So really, if I wanted to do this properly, that's confusing because of the yellow. It's inverted my take profit and my stop loss colors. That's very tricky. Let's not make that yellow then. It's a terrible choice. Who made that rectangle yellow? What if we make it orange? Is that going to do the same thing? Oh, that's horrific. Don't know my colors. Teal. At least it's green. Come on. There's got to be a good color I can use for this. What if I just go like it? Oh, no. Makes it purple. That's what happens when you use transparent colors over colors. You get weird combinations. Midnight blue. That'll do. Midnight blue. All right, so, oh, look, yeah, we're coming right up near the top of the box now. So really, I want my stop loss just on the other side of that box. With a take profit at the bottom of the box. That is a more sensible way of doing this. The same 0.1 with that risk level there now is actually more like 12 lots. Oh. Is it going to reject off the top of the box? Is it going to punch through the box? See, I'm worried that, the market hates me. And as soon as it sees me entering there, it's going to decide to punch through the top of the box and take my money. When I think, so I want to see it reverse. I want to see a nice candle reversing out of the box, which means, oh, that's it. That's scalping. It's risky. We will move our stop loss to there. We'll move our take profit to there. And again, we'll call this M1 scalping. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. The stress, I don't need it. I mean, it's fake money. That's alpha competition account. It cost me nothing. It's not like I'm even paid for this challenge account. It is free money. It's not even money. This is just for play. But still, I mean, people say that you need to trade real money to feel the stress and the tension of trading, and you're not going to learn lessons when it's fake money. And I do agree, sometimes you'll do stupid things like this because it's fake money and you don't care. But you also still care, especially if you're a bit competitive. If you're a bit like me and you're a bit competitive, then even doing this kind of scalping, you still feel it. You still feel the tension. I do, at least. Because I want to win. No. Come on. There goes another $100. But you can see there a chart report. It instantly updates. As soon as it happens, real-time updates, pushing straight there. And I'm not running the chart reporter EA here. I'm running the trade projector EA. I'm running this trade planning tool. This is what I'm running on this chart. I'm running the chart reporter EA over here. But it's listening to all the activity happening on my account. Oh no, what's happening to USD JPY? It's having a little moment. Oh, yes. Maybe I've cursed it by coming online and showing it. Maybe it's getting shy. All right. Well, I think my experiment in M1 scalping is definitely a big old fail. I know I've only done 3, but 3 is enough. I mean, 3 strikes. 3 strikes and you are out. Unless there's anything else I really want to try and trade in this session. I'm not sure that there is anything that's sort of hitting my PDH or bounce criteria. Let's have a look. Let's bring up one of these ones that's got my Heikin Ashis and my previous day high lows. So my bad scalps on Euro USD, nope. Nowhere near the PDHL. Ooh, USD chuff. USD Swiss franc. It might come down and retest. You'd argue maybe it's already retested if you count that, but it had a break. It's coming back for the retest. If that retests, I would enter it, but it's too early. That is nowhere near a previous day high or low. Neither is that. This one has already come out and it's retested and it's gone through. So I've missed the boat on NZD JPY, but you know they say better late than never. That's not true in trading. It's not true at all. Whoever said that, Dave? Okay, this is bouncing out. It could come back up to this level here. So if I say my take profit there and my stop loss below that last little dip, and we just say, just nothing too heavy, 0.25%, 1.37 lots. Bit of a 1-for-1 trade there. It's not really anything special. 1.5 and buy. All right. That's going to pop over here into my journal. We will call this a PDHL bounce. We'll put that I am streaming. We will put M15. We'll put late entry. And breakout. All right. Maybe. It's not optimal, but 1-for-1, it's okay. NZD USD, no. Not what I'm looking for. AUD NZD, nope. Euro, nope. I also say, don't overtrade. Don't trade too many different things. I generally would agree with that if you're starting out. I'm not just starting out. I'm not awesomely successful as a manual trader either. But using a tool like Chart Reporter means you can journal and track your different things you're doing. They're saying don't trade 5 different strategies and 5 different currencies and 5 different instruments. That's because normally the tools you have suck for managing and reporting on that. But with Chart Reporter, I can look at my different strategies. I can compare their performance. I can compare what I do in different trading sessions. I can compare what I do with different symbols. This one could be rejecting. This one's one to watch. Because if this rejects again, then it's likely to reject hard. But it might break through. So we're going to leave that one for right now. CAD yen is, but it hadn't had that big red one, I would have entered that because that's broken out. It's retested. It had 2 blue candles well off it. But the fact that it's decided to retest again has me questioning life choices of entering that one. I mean, arguably, it's got a long way to come back up. It's fallen a lot lately. It's got room to move back up. But I don't know. It is trying to break out of this zone here. And if it broke there, and even if we just did a 0.25% risk, oof, that's a good RR, isn't it? That's 8. All right, let's put in a long shot. Let's just back out to H1 for setting the risk level. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, technically you might want to go like that. Come on line. There we go, lock in. And then recalc that. So then it's only a 3 RRR. It's not as good. It's not as good. If I, bring it back that far. M30, bring it up a little bit. 3.5 hours. 890. 890 for a win. Maybe. It's not a super long shot at that point, is it? What are you thinking? Say hi in the chat if you're with me. Oh, I'm worried. I mean, that's cleaned out. Well, what stops was that cleaning out? I mean, it's already just come through that zone. Gee, that was a bit of a weird stop hunt. What do regular candles look like on this one? CAD JPY. Yeah. You might. I don't know. I'm not feeling it strongly enough to make a call on that one. So we will leave it for now because it's hesitated. If I hadn't seen that hesitation on those last two candles, I might have entered that one if I'd got on those two blues. But now, not so much. Euro CAD. The spreads are getting bigger. No, this is through the middle. This guy is already broken away. Oh no, he's just breaking away now. A few of these ones where they kind of look like they're broken away, but now they're just having second thoughts. It's a weird time in the markets at the moment. I mean, it's always a weird time in the markets, isn't it? Somewhere. All right, I think I'm not going to put any other crazy trades on by the looks of it. Nothing's kind of really lining up and hitting my criteria. Oh, this one is. There's another late entry. I could put in on this one. Definitely put in on this one. Where's the target though? That's the question. What's a reasonable target? Around there. So then we're less than 1 for 1 then. RR of 0.75. And if I really want to do that, but that's dicey. Coming this other line. I mean, it looks like higher highs, higher lows have broken out past that one. 0.1. All right, we'll put 2 lots on this. It's not life-changing money. It's an experiment. 1.7R. Not even worth it. It was like 10. There's some of these things, and this is a thing about trading. You've got to think about. You could put down on anything, but should you? Should you? Hey, that New Zealand one I did. Did I not set my stop losses and things? Oh, that's dangerous. Thank you, chart reporter. Here's the trap. Because I'm using Trade Projector for mapping, I forgot to actually set my actual stop loss and take profits. Let's grab the line. And there. And there. All right, how did I know that I hadn't actually set? Because when I looked at my execution feed, this R value was sitting at 0. We don't know what the risk profile is if we don't have a take profit and a stop loss set. The tool showed me that I had not set that. And now I have. If I click into the details, there we have on the event timeline. Here's where we entered and opened it for 1.5 lots. And then I modified the stop loss, and then I modified the take profit. And because I hadn't done those events yet, it couldn't calculate the RRR of 1.08. I realized is infinite because we haven't actually realized anything yet. So thank you again, journaling. Saved my bacon on that one. Well, I think something just closed. Did I just lose one of my things? Euro USD with my 12 lots. Oh, come on. Seriously? That was one of the scalps. I thought that was a scalping. I thought I had another long shot on. No, I didn't put one on. I was thinking about putting one on. Again, journaling. It's all in here now. I know. What have I done? What haven't I done? I was looking at putting another one on. I wasn't happy with any of them. Let's look at gold. Gold. What's gold been doing? Let's go to the H1 for gold. Gold's been ranging in this area. Had a big dip down yesterday, but now it's back up. I reckon it's going to try for that high again. So let's do a dicey gold trade. Take profit up here. Come on, take profit marker there. Why isn't this locking in? Gold's being dumb on me. Come on. There we go. Where would I set? Okay, yeah, that previous stop there, that looks good. Give that some room there. There's going to be some stops under there. Maybe we come down to the bottom. Let's go real candles. Let's remove these Heikin Ashis. Delete. And yeah, I reckon give that room for some stop hunting. And go there. Do I risk a full 1%? I do not. We'll risk a 0.25%. And you know, let's see if it's going to come back up here and try this one all the way up there. Why? There we go. Let's do that. Let's get some gold. 0.2. Not 2.2, 0.2. Technically, again, if you were doing proper, well-planned, timed, educated trading, you probably wouldn't buy during a 15-minute red candle. You'd wait till you see green candles. And if I go to the M1, maybe that's where I should be doing my entries from on something like this, where I can see we are getting green candle looking like it hasn't closed. Wait for the candle to close. Wait for the candle to close. I'm not waiting for the candle to close because I'm wrapping the stream up and did it in 2 stages. It's going to break my maths now. All right. It's actually more like an hour of 3.5, but because I dropped my take profit in one spot and then changed it, what we capture is your initial RRR, not what you might have ended up doing at the end of the trade. That way you can see if you've changed it and we can measure the gap between what you planned and what you actually executed. So that is a feature design. And that's why, even though my planning tool is telling me that RRR is more like 3.3, chart reporter is showing it as 2.3 because that was the initial one where I started. Let's make sure we log that. This is, I don't even know what I call this. This is not even one of my strategies. This is nothing. This is just hope and a prayer. Random hope. That's what we're going to call this one. And we'll make it gold. This is not a good strategy. I do not recommend random hope as a profitable trading strategy. But we'll see how it goes. You'll have to come back and watch me on the next Chart Reporter live stream to see whether random hope is a profitable strategy or not. So just to close the session out, we're going to come back into the Chart Reporter platform. I'm going to bring up my sessions here. Bring it up full screen for you to have a look at. And I'm going to stop that session. And we started the live stream, 10 minutes earlier than that. So we'll say 2:15. And ACG 100K stream 6, Tuesday Arvo. Tuesday Arvo quickies. That's what they were, all quickies. I should have labeled them as quickies. I didn't. I still can. End that session. That has now captured my performance so far, which is minus 297. And you know what? We didn't really hang around for any of these. So we're going to put Quickie on all of them because I'm also trying to track, you know, when you do quickies, how's my performance shooting from the hip? With the quickies, it's not good. If I go to my tag dashboard, Quickie, red is not good. Net P&L minus 2200. Win rate 7.69. 13 trades. Oh, that's not good. That's very not good. But frequency, I've obviously done a fair few quickies because it's one of the bigger words on here. Obviously, most of my trades here are streaming. So this is how I can report across my tags, across my different strategies. It's an overview comparison of different strategies. So this is Chart Reporter, amazing tool for tracking, journaling, logging, monitoring your trading performance. It does not carry any guarantees of performance. That come down to you and your own trading behaviors. This just helps you to track, map, and monitor your trading performance. So on that, we are going to wrap this stream up there. Thank you for joining me. Hope you learned something. Hope you had some fun with me making ridiculous trades. And we'll see you.